Alright guys, so now what we our today's topic actually is the property of the real number. So before we doing any question, so let's talk about something really important. Property first. There are actually three most important property you need to know for the real number, and all of those is actually quite simple. Okay. So yeah, so let's go. So as I put down the information down below. So basically, the first thing you need to know, you don't have to memorize the name of it, but you need to know, at least need to know those property. Those are the property you need to actually have some. Like you need to know it. You know, for those names like the community property, and then over here the community property of the addition. Uh, Let me just using another pen, I guess. Yeah, let me just using another pen, I guess. It's kind of like a mess right now. Yeah, it's kind of like a mess. So for all of those names, like the community property of addition. So here is also community, okay? Community property of the multiplication. Those names you don't have to memorize it, but you need to at least know. Let's talk about the first property first, the community property. So what you have is a plus b equal to b plus a. Okay, those are equivalents. And then the second one is a multiplied by b is equal to b multiplied by a. So those are all equivalents. Let me show you guys one example. Okay, the space is kind of a little bit narrow, so I'm just gonna, for the first one, what we have is a plus b equal to b plus a. So we have some example, maybe something like 1 plus 2 is equal to 2 plus 1, right? This is the for the community property of the addition, right? And then for the second one, some example, maybe something like 3 multiplied by 4 equal to 4 multiplied by 3. And there you go. That is the community property. Yeah, so first one is a plus b equal to b plus a. Those are equivalents. Okay, and second one is a multiplied by b is equal to b multiplied by a. So this one is also equivalent, and those are the example. Okay, and then let's talking about the second property. The second property is actually named as the associated property. Okay, and for those two, there are totally two property in this one. So associated property of the addition, so let me write it down. Associated property, okay, solid property of the multiplication. So as I mentioned, those names you don't have to memorize it, but you gotta know the property. Like here we got a plus bracket b plus c, and then it's equal to bracket a plus b plus c, right? And the second property is a multiply bracket b multiplied by c bracket, and then equal to bracket a multiplied by b bracket multiplied by c. And then let me show you guys some example. Okay, some example. So maybe some example. Okay, let's just try to not confuse too much, I guess. Okay, so let me remove this one. I just have to remove this one. Remove it. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So seems like I have to recover it. So the second one, okay. Remember, the second one is actually a multiplied b multiplied by c is actually equal to a multiplied by b multiplied by c. This is the second property. Associative property. Property of the multiplication. Yeah, of the multiplication. Sorry for her writing, but Right. So let me show you guys an example. So just gonna put it down below, I guess. Just gonna put it down, yeah, down below. Example, okay. Example for the first associative property of the addition. So maybe you got something like 1 plus 2 plus bracket 2 plus 3 bracket. So the equivalent is 1 plus 2 multiplied by 3. So those are equivalents, okay? Those are equivalents. Yeah, those are equivalents. Okay, those are equivalents. And then the second example is actually maybe 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by bracket 4 and 5. Okay, then it is equivalent to 3 multiplied by 4 and then bracket and then multiplied by 5, right? So those are equivalent. Those are the example for the associated property. Okay, associated property of the addition and the multiplication. And then there's only one property left, and the distributed property, right? The distributed property. So there are two property over here. A multiply b plus c bracket equal to a multiplied by b plus a multiplied by c. And the second one is b plus c bracket, b plus c bracket multiply a is equal to b multiplied by a plus c multiplied by a, right? Let me go show you guys some example of it. Okay, example, okay, for the first one. So maybe you have something like 3 multiply 4 plus 5, right? So it's gonna be 3 multiplied by 4 and then plus 3 multiplied by 5, right? And then maybe some example for the second property. So what you have maybe is 5 plus 6 multiplied by 2, right? So it's actually 5 multiplied by 2 plus 6 multiplied by 2. So all those are equivalents. Okay, so those are the example for 3 of the most important property of the real number. Okay. Yeah, so let's repeat again. The community property, the associated property, the distributed property. Remember, all the name of those property you don't have to memorize it. The name, those names you don't have to memorize it. But you gotta know how this is gonna work, cause you need it later. Okay, you need to know those properties, and then you need to know how to apply them later on. Okay, so you need to know how to using those properties. Okay, so right now, yeah, let's just go straight to solve the real problem. Okay, solve the real some real problem. It's kind of like a little bit mess. It's kind of like a little bit mess. So wait a second. So I'm just gonna clean it. Let's clean a little bit. Oh, it's kind of like a little bit mess. Yeah, so some real problem. Yes. Yeah. So okay. So basically, let's take a look about the first question. Okay. So okay. So if you actually don't know which property it belong to, so you may just take a look about the information I just told you about, the 3 of the property. The community property, the associative property, and the distribution property, right? Yeah, that will make things easy, okay? Then let's look at the first question. Question 1, 5 plus 9 equal to 9 plus 5, right? So look at it. Look at the first one. The community property. You have 1 a plus b equal to b plus a. That look familiar, right? So that's actually you are looking for. So it's gonna be the community. It's gonna be the community property of addition. That, right? So you basically write it down. The community property of addition. And then this question is done, right? And then let's move into the second one. Let's move into the second question. Okay. The second one, let's look at it. Okay, the second one, what you have is 2 multiply bracket 3 multiplied by 5 bracket equal to 2 bracket 2 multiplied by 3 bracket equal to 5. So you look at the associated property, right? So you look at the associated property, and then you see the second one. You see the second one is actually exactly for question 2, right? So it's actually the associated property of the multiplication, right? So you basically write it down, you know. So it's actually associated. If there are some any writing error, then okay. So I just honestly sorry about that. Okay, if there's any writing error, associated property of the multiplication. Okay. Okay, and then let's look at the question 3. So question 3 is 1 over 4 multiply 1 over 5 equal to 1 over 5 equal to multiply 1 over 4. That seems really familiar, right? So actually that one is actually belong to the community property. Cause in the community property you see over here, right? The second one, A multiplied by B equal to B multiplied by A. So that's exactly for question 3, right? So you write it down, the community property of multiplication, right? So basically write it down, the community property of multiplication, right? So you just write it down. PLI. Okay. And then let's move into question 4. Question 4, what we have is 5 multiply bracket 4 plus 6 multiply bracket equal to 5 multiplied by 4 plus 5 multiplied by 6. So if you're not really familiar, then you take a look and then you find out it's actually distributed property. Over here you got something like A multiply bracket B plus C bracket is actually is equal to A multiplied by B plus A multiplied by C. That's exactly for question 4, right? So you write it down, distribution property, right? Distribution property, right? So that's basically, because there's actually no name for, there's no specific name for 1 and 2. So you just basically write it down, distribution property. That's it, right? So you just basically write down distribution property. Distributed property. Yeah, sounds something like, okay. Oh no. Let me delete it. But yeah. Ooh, 1 second. Okay, I think there are some error. Anyway, so here, what you need to write it down is actually distribution property. Okay. 1 second. So you have to write it down, distribution property. So let's not struggle with seeing these things right now. Let's just move into question 5. Okay. So for question 5, maybe you guys get a try. Okay. So maybe pause this video for a moment. Okay. And then after that, I will finish the question for you guys. So question 5, okay, maybe pause the video, and then try it yourself. Okay. Question 5. Okay. Okay, so let's do it. So for question 5, we have 5 multiply bracket 7 plus 8 equal to bracket 5 plus 7 bracket plus 8, right? Right? 1 second. there's a problem over here. Okay, so let me just write it down. Okay, so so here what we have, let's look. So if you're not familiar, you take a look about the information I put it upwards, right? And then you see the actually the associated property, right? The associated as property actually quite familiar with question 5, right? Question 5. So the actually for the associated property of the addition is exactly question 5, right? So you see a plus bracket b plus c bracket equal to bracket a plus b bracket plus c, right? Those are almost exactly the same thing. So you basically write it down the associated property of the addition, right? So you basically write it down associated. I think this is a little bit smaller. So let's just go back home and then increase a little bit, I guess. Increase to 20. That will be enough. That won't be enough. Yeah, that won't be enough. I guess it is still too small. So we do 36. So there is actually the associated. So let's just make it a little bigger, I guess, for a better view, I guess. 40, maybe 78. Oh, 72 is so big, I feel like. So associated. Associated. Yeah, that seems right. Associated property, right, of addition, right? And then, right, so here for question 4 is actually distribution property, okay? And then for question 6, what we have over here is 7 multiplied by 9 equal to 9 multiplied by 7. So up on this point, you guys should be really familiar, right? So here we have 7 multiplied by 9 and then 9 multiplied by 7. So you guys actually know it's actually gonna be community property, right? Up on this point, up on many tries, we know right now it's gonna be community property of the multiplication, right? So if you still don't know, then let's take a look. You see, on the community property, a plus b equal to b plus a. That's exactly 7 multiplied by 8, 9 equal to 9 multiplied by 7. So it's going to be community property of the multiplication, right? So you just basically write it down, okay? So it's going to be, so let's put it 78, I guess. It's going to be, still no problem. It's going to be community property. See, community property of multiplication, right? Right. So it's actually community property of the multiplication, and then this everything for this video. All right. Okay. So if you like my video, please subscribe. Yeah, please subscribe, like the video, and then turn the notification on. I will upload more video. Okay. Yeah, I will upload more video. If you have any if you have any question you don't know, then make sure you leave a comment, like some work, or maybe what type of video you're looking for, right? Yeah, I may take your suggestion and then doing more this kind of video, right? So make sure you leave a comment if you have some real problem. If you still have some problem with this kind of problem, and if you can also leave some comments about what kind of video you want me to make it. Okay, you want me to make it. And then, you know, please just turn on the notifications on. Turn on the notification and like the video, you know, subscribe to my channel. That would be great. I will be really appreciated, you know, if you guys doing that. Okay. Okay, so see you guys on the next video. All right.